Hi students, today we will begin Lesson 3, How Do Rocks Change Form? Imagine hiking up a mountain. Partway up you see a large boulder. It's taller than you are. You and your friends boost and pull each other until all of you are on top of it. If you come back in 50 years, will this rock look the same? Will it look the same 100 or even 1,000 years from now? We think of rocks as unchanging, but rocks change from one form to another over long periods of time. Maybe when you learned about the 3 types of rocks, you realized that one type could change into another. Igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks have been changing into each other throughout history. God uses the rock cycle to make these changes. The rock cycle is simply the process that changes rocks from one type to another. How does the rock cycle work? You already learned that all rocks are first formed when magma or lava cools and hardens into igneous rock. All rocks begin as igneous rocks. Let's look at the next page. Igneous rocks and other types of rocks on the surface of the earth are always being broken down into sediments, which are often carried far away. The wearing action of wind, water, and glaciers can break down rocks. Living things can also break down rocks. For example, tree roots can break rocks apart, and moss secretes chemicals that helps break down rocks. On the bottom of the page, we see wind sculptures of rock that have been weathered away by wind and sand. And on the next picture, you see water eroding rock into different shapes. Let's turn the page. Once rocks are weathered into small sediments, winds or water carry them away. Water, wind, and ice can carry sediments as far as thousands of kilometers. Eventually, sediments settle and form layers. As you learned, the top layers squeeze the bottom layers. Pressure squeezes small sediments such as silt into sedimentary rock. The sediments may then become cemented together. Water and certain minerals can cause sediments to stick together into rocks. For example, water and dissolved quartz move in and fill in the spaces between sediments. When the water evaporates, the quartz acts like glue, making the pebbles of sand stick together to form sedimentary rock. The illustrations show that the rocks begin to compact and begin to get glued. They pile up. Other rocks pile on top, and as minerals dissolve, they become glued together. On the bottom, there's a try this section on snow pressure. And this is an experiment you can do in the winter using snow and compacting it together to observe what happens. Let's continue. Sedimentary rocks can also change. Some sedimentary rocks are worn back down into sediments. Others might be changed into metamorphic rocks by heat and pressure. Very high temperatures can also melt the rocks back into magma, which may cool again to form new igneous rock. All 3 types of rock are always being changed into each other, or they're melting back into magma. Over Earth's long history, most rocks have probably changed many times. On the left, it says foreign languages, Latin. Igneous rocks are named from the Latin word ignis, which means fire, because they are formed under very hot conditions. On the bottom, we have our think back questions. How is magma important to the rock cycle? Describe 2 processes that form sedimentary rock. And what processes form metamorphic rock?